said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Move the tight end. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Might as well give it to him again. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Burks. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Let's go. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the Red Raiders will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On the ground, it's Clark. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's caught. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period, first down here. Power football with the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And the extra point is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got it, looking for a first. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here we go. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Red Raiders have it with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It spurts. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. A&M comes back out with another first down. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Hamilton.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He makes a catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know it sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So now it's second and long. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. off the play fake. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Taking it the other way. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a spot in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up second down.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 7. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 27. Now, fourth down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
Right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Looking for space. It's Burks. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Will put them up here in the 2nd half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clark. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well,
this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Now on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Begs to grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On third down, he drops the throw. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the marker. It's Traore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Run in the red zone, it's Burks. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hamilton. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down. They'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Timeout.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Wants to pass the clock, an enemy. Finds the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. They'll snap it from the 38, leaving them with a 55-yard field goal attempt to try to take the lead and win the game. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Burks. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They strike first in overtime.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Pushes ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense? You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Got his man in the middle. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Third and goal, desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now, first down here in the second overtime. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and you just can't put the ball in jeopardy on first down in overtime.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now on third down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just want